Welcome to another game of SoloHammer 3rd edition. Let's get started. So in today's game I've done something a little unusual. Because in the 3rd edition Codex of Tyranids, there's something called mutables. Like the Tyranid brood being a mutable genus. Because in this version of the game you can take one of your units, specifically any Hive Tyrant, Tyranid Warrior, or Carnifex, and basically customize them to do all kinds of things, to the point where I'm very tempted to make Death Gaunts and Winged Gaunts. But, that being said, I also wanted to take newer models and put them into 3rd edition. So I did that. I put the Neurogaunts and the Neurotyrant into 3rd. It wasn't hard actually, I just used some of the table and made some special rules for them. Starting with the Neurogaunts, they have a very basic stats. Weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, and toughness, all 3. 1 wound, 4 initiative, 1 attack, leadership, 4 strength 6, with a 6-up save. Just a normal gaunt profile. But they're special. Okay, not leadership 4, it's leadership 8, and I'll tell you why. I gave one of them the Nodal Beast. This dude way in the back, if you'll load in. He is a synapse creature. He can cast Warp Blast. But he gets -1 to his leadership for every time a model is lost in his unit. So eventually, this little glass cannon won't be able to cast any more spells. As for the Neurotyrant, I did something a little different. He's basically a very bumped up version of a Zoanthrope. He's got a bit better stats. He's weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3. He's not really a fighter. He's got strength 5, toughness 8, 9 wounds, got 4 initiative, 6 attacks, leadership 7, and a 4-up save. He doesn't have an invuln save in this one. He has his last trips. He causes terror like he does in 10th edition. So basically everything on the board during the entire battle has -1 to leadership. And he has his last trips. And Warp Lance. So, yeah, he doesn't have Warp Blast, just Warp Lance. And this is all 300 points. The Neurotyrant's 100 points. The Neurogaunts are 45 points. The Zoanthrope, it's 34 points and 120 for the Neurogaunts. So that's about 300 points. All right, time for the Marines. The Blood Ravens were actually a really quick scramble to come up with, since I wanted to do this as quickly as possible. We have a 60-point commander, 150 points worth of Marines, 6 points for the Flamer, and since the Marines can actually take a Rhino as a transport, this is going to be the Rhino. I don't own a Rhino. I could take off the turret, but I'm not going to. But this is all about 296 points. It's almost 300. It's basically even. And that's going to be today's game, which is going to be a Psychic Heavy Tyranid army versus just a default little patrol. Let's get started. Alright, as usual, we're going to roll to see who goes first. Red is Marines, blue is... really? And blue is Tyranids. Alright, Marines go first. Alright, so first things first, they're all just going to move up onto the... the rampart. Alright, they've moved up. It's gonna be weird playing a tank with that actual, a giant turret, but we'll try it. Alright, shooting phase. The Marines are gonna try to shoot into the Tyranid. Alright, so, these 3 Marines are gonna fire into this Hormagaunt squad. These 3 Marines are gonna fire into the Neurogaunt squad. The Flamer is too far away to actually flame anything. And then, he's gonna fire his Stormbolter into the Hormagaunts. Alright, the first squad into the Hormagaunts. They're within rapid fire range, so it's going to be 6 shots, hitting on 3s. Lovely. And it's strength 4 against toughness 3, so 3s to wound. Lovely. Sadly, the AP is still higher than theirs, so 4 Gaunts are just gone. These 3 Marines are going to fire into the Neurogaunts, the same thing. 3s to hit. Alright. 3s to wound. Okay, not great. And 2 bugs are destroyed. Not bad. Now that means that you get -2 to whenever they want to cast Warp Blast. So they don't suffer anything. Well, they do suffer, but it just means that they cannot or cannot get it off. Alright. Storm Bolter into that. Same thing. 3s. And 3s. Dead bug. Alright, we can't really charge this turn, but we have gotten rid of a lot of bugs on our first turn, so we're going to move on to Tyranid's turn 1. So in the movement phase, everything is just going to bound forward. Everything has bounded forward, and now to start shooting things. So the first thing that's going to happen is that he wants to blow up the tank. He's going to use Warp Lance, which is basically just, in 3rd edition, there's 2 types of Warp Blast. This one's just the 18-inch Strength 10 AP2. So let's see if we make the tank go boom. Alright, his leadership is 7, so we gotta roll 7 or lower on 2 dice. That's perfect. It goes off. So with shooting any vehicle, you add 1d6 to whatever your strength is, so 1 plus 10 equals 11. The side armor for a Rhino is 11. It is equal to the shot, so it's a glancing hit, so I'm now going to roll on one of these. Alright. Crew is shaken. They can't fire next turn, which is nice, but I would like to destroy it. Oh well. The Zoanthrope is going to cast his Whip Blast into the unit of Marine. Got ourselves a small blast template, and this will let you hit 4 Marines. The 3 on the top row, and the 1 Marine directly underneath it. Or to get partial blast. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The Zoanthrope actually has leadership 10, which is amazing. And it goes through. Now it's not Warp Lance, so it's Strength 5 against Toughness 4. So 3s to wound. 2 wound. It's also only AP 3, so they get the 2 guys that got hit only need to take they can take their saves. 3 up. Okay, that's 3. Oh, that's a 1. 1 Marine down. The Neurogaunts are going to try to do their Warp Blast onto this part of the unit, because they don't like the size of that flame. Alright, so it's -2 to their 8, so they gotta get 6 or lower. Okay, I'm surprised that worked. So the 2 Marines, Strength 5 against Toughness 4, so 3s to wound. 2 wounds, but they do get their 3 up save. And they're fine. Alright, everybody has attacked. There's something in the way, so we can't really charge them this turn, but we can pray this about the next turn. Alright, in Space Marine's turn 2, they're just going to move up. Alright, everything is completely moved up, forward or to the side. He's going to try to block off the way for the Gaunts, and he doesn't like the fact that they can blow up stuff and be troops.
For in his mind, it is truly heresy that the Xenos can zap lightning when they're just troops.
Alright, they're going to fire, these 5 are going to fire into the, actually no, they're going to fire into the Neurotyrant. God, don't play with them or that name. And the rest are going to fire into the Zoanthrope. And then he's going to fire into them, he's going to fire into them, and then we're going to play a game. Alright, so first, because I think it looks pretty, we're going to flame. And we're going to flame hard. Alright, so that's going to get like 5 of them, including the Node Beast. And if I may say, the idea, the visual appeal of standing on top of a rampart blowing out hot promethium onto bugs, this is just visually appealing. So they hit 5 models on Strength 4 against Toughness 3, so it's going to be 3s to wound. Wow. And since it's AP 5 and I only gave them a 6 to save, they're gone. That's right, no more warp shenanigery for these bugs. The captain should be very happy though. Very happy indeed. Then these 3 lads are going to fire their bolters into the Zoanthrope, hitting on 3s. And then Strength 4 against Toughness 4, so 4s to wound. Alright, well. Sadly, in 3rd edition, Zoanthropes have this terrifying thing called a 2-up save. They still failed it. That is hilarious. Okay, so I may have made a bit of a mistake giving him 8 strength, or 8 toughness. Because, if you look on the to wound chart, the maximum strength of a bolter is 4. And it doesn't go up to 8. They can't hurt him. I should have reduced it down to 6. Okay. They're gonna shoot into the Neurogaunts then. Anyway, there's 5 of them shooting into the Gaunts. It's gonna be 10 shots hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Oh wow, that's really nice. And since there's only 5 of them left and they don't have an armor save that can actually save them, they are all gone. Really? You gotta fall down? The Force Commander is gonna shoot his Storm Bolter into this unit. Now he has Blitz skill 5, so he's gonna be hitting on 2s. Really? Strength 4 against Toughness 3, so, wait, is it Strength 4? It's Strength, yeah. Strength 4 against Toughness 3, so 3's to wound. Of course. Only 1 dies and the hero remains. God damn it. Now, the Force Commander is within charge range, so he's gonna charge into the Neurogaunts. Oh yeah, he came through the trees. Alright, our big man only has... he uses a power weapon. It's not like a power fist, chain fist, thunder hammer. I really need a thunder hammer. I said this last week. Why don't we have models with thunder hammers? I need thunder hammers. Alright, 3 attacks from him against the lads. Weapon skill 5 against weapon skill 3, so it's going to be 3s to wound, or 3s to hit. Alright. And then it's strength 5 against weight and against 3, so yeah, 2s to wound. Really? A 1? I really wish you could just wipe them out. I guess not. So at the end of Space Marine's turn 2, they were able to completely wipe out the Neurogaunts squad, so that's 1 point. And they've got the zone throw down to one wound, because he rolled a 1. And, yeah, we still have an entire squad of Marines versus a very poorly intel'd Tyranids. This is silly. I should have given him toughness 6. This is all just having fun. Anyway, Tyranid's turn to wait. What turn is it? Is it turn 2? Yeah, turn 2. Yeah. So the first things first, the Nero Tyrant is actually going to get away from him, because he ignored saves. And he's gonna just try to get over here as quickly as possible. So both the Zone Thrope and the Nero Tyrant are actually gonna see if they can pop the tank, because if they can at least pop the tank, it'll be a little interesting other than being whittled down by bolter fire. Alright, leisure test for the Nero Tyrant. He's a 7 or below. Wrong. The Zone Thrope needs a to fire Warp Blast. Wait, hold on. That's only 5 plus... Yeah, that's not gonna happen. He'd have to roll a 6 for that to happen. You know, he's gonna fire Warp Blast into one of these lads. Yes, very nice. 4 Marines under the pie plate. 10 or below. It goes up. Strength 5 against Toughness 4, so 3's to wound. 1 wound. Oh, just 1 wound. Why? The Marine gets a save. 3 up. It's fine. Isn't Psychic supposed to be really good? What's going on? I'm not even gonna bother to charge him into... What is he gonna do? He's only strength like 5. He's not gonna be able to put a dent in their tank. I'm sorry. Because of failures. Let's move on to this sadness. Alright, 3 attacks hitting on 3s. That's way better. Wounding on 2s. It's perfect. They don't get an armor save, they're just gone. How far does he consolidate? 7 inches. Holy shit. My boy's got vengeance on the mind. Okay, so... Last turns. Space Marine's turn 1. The Force Commander is just going to see if he can walk up to the Nero Tyrant. And everyone else is basically just going to move just so they can get enough into shooting range. Also, I just realized that he had an additional attack for charging in last turn. Sorry. Too much on my mind. But, shooting phase. Let's see how this madness goes. So, all these Marines and the tank have one goal. This Zone Thrope. First, the Flamer just barely nicks him. So he is already hitting. It's strength 4 against toughness 4, so let's just see if it wounds on 4 up. It wounds. Sadly, he does get saved, so 2 up save. He's fine. Then the rest of the unit is going to fire their bolters into him. And so is the storm bolter for him, because it's just 2 additional shots. Same exact profile, just, 2. Alright, in total it's 18 shots hitting on 3s. That is lovely. Strength 4 against toughness 4, so wounding on 4s. Wait, right? Strength 4, toughness 4, yeah, wounding on 4s. Yeah, okay, that's alright. Alright, and 2 up on 7 dice. Just needs one single one to put on the fat head. And he is gone. Alright, finally, the force commander is going to charge into the Neurogaunts. Alright, so, weapon skill 5 against weapon skill 3. 3's to hit. Weapon skill 5 against toughness 8. Well, strength 5 against strength, and the toughness 8. That's 6s. We should have made him 6 strength. 6 toughness, dear God. Alright, 3's to hit. Alright. 6 to wound. No. He's gonna attack back with his lashes. 6 attacks. Strength 3 against. No. Weapon skill 3 against weapon skill 5, so 4s. Alright. And then strength 8 against toughness 4, so 2s. I paid points for him to have that Terminator armor, so 2 up save. Okay, he takes a wound. And I'm going to end it there, because this is a very silly, unbalanced, and unprepared game. Alright, let's chat. So, it's rather clear that, this is somewhat unbalanced. So, I was using some of the stats in 10th edition to actually do this, but, yeah, that no work. It's not good. I still need to rework some of the stat lines, but this is a fun little test. Yeah, him being strength 8 and him not having a weapon that actually can strike him down. Yeah, this is a very poorly implemented, but the ramp part looks nice. It's nice green. Just oh, that's very nice. But yeah, this is the problem with today's game. As usual, the YouTube pleasantries: like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, tell me what you thought. Tell me what I messed up. Although I messed up a lot, but tell me what you thought, what you want to see next, and I will see you guys in the next week. Hopefully. You never know. Alright, bye.